Day 36 of 50. So I'm doing my countdown to 50 and we're at 36 days till I turn 50. So today I thought I would talk to you about contouring. Often contouring and bronzing can get a little bit confusing and a bit muddled up. So your contouring is all about defining the shape of your face and like really going to the natural shadows of your shape, and is usually a cooler tone. Whereas bronzing is where the sun naturally hits your face and is warming up your face. So we're going to do something that I'd like to call is brontouring, combination of both. I'm going to use a contour stick for this today. Quite often it's easier to go from your brush to your face as opposed to directly on your face, but for this demonstration it's easier for me to show you if I just draw it on my face. I'm using one of the Too Faced contour sticks in the shade Chocolate Caramel. It will look quite dark, and I did initially think it is too dark for me, but this will be a great way for you to see how we do this. Now when I teach contouring, I always teach by using the number 3. So if you can remember the number 3, you'll remember how to contour or brontour your face. So the number 3 really will start up here on the top of your forehead, and this is when you need to look at your face and decide how big or small your forehead is. If you've got a very small forehead, you don't really want to contour that off. My forehead's fairly decent, so I'm going to start my 3 up here, and I'm going to go across here. So that's where I want the first bit of bronzing, brontouring. I'm not going to go through here. I might put a residual through here, but my head naturally dips here. But I'd also love to have some here. And you can see I've got some residual from this morning, but I'm going to add some more. And we're really close to where that blush is, and we'll blend the two. So this is the middle of my 3. Yeah, keeping it really nice and high. We used to do it a little bit lower, but now we really want to see where that sun kisses and really create some shape that way. I always like to do my jawline. As we get older, we do have little jowls that creep in, so I like to just knock that off, and then we will blend that out as well. The other area that I like to contour is down the nose, just down the edge there, and then I like to nick off the nub of the nose because it's quite bulbous, so that'll line up, and the residual will come through here. So now that I have it on the face, I'm going to use a brush. This is one from the Angie Hot and Flashy range, and I'm just going to tap that in, push it in exactly where it is, because that's where I wanted it to be. That's exactly where I want it. I'm not sweeping it around the place because that'll move the product too much. So just tap it in. Continue with that same technique, just using the brush and just tapping it in exactly where you've placed it, and then just blending it out. Same on the jawline as well, just tapping it in exactly where you've placed it. And then once you've tapped it in, you're just going to make sure it seamlessly blends into the rest of your face. If you feel like it's too much, come in with your foundation brush and just ease off the edges a little bit, just to make sure it looks really seamless. Same with the nose, just tapping that product in and then blending it out until it just disappears nice and seamlessly. Same on the other side, just blending that out. So just really pushing it in exactly where you had it and blending that out. Finally, I just go back in with a little bit of the foundation that you used initially, and just make sure you clean up in and around where you've placed that contour, just to make sure it's not too heavy, or in my case, I feel it is a little bit darker for my skin, but it gave you a great idea of how you can just warm up and shape your face. So that is day 36, and it is my new word, brontouring.